Hello there, and we are back with another episode of Nothing But Facts, Season 3, Episode 16.
Yeah.
I'm Chloe Rogers,
Whoopie.
grandson of Steve Rogers,
And the birthday boy.
son of Aaron Rogers, and I'm here with the bestest co-host in the whole wide world, Mr. Trill Bill.
Yeah, man. Just here, living, breathing.
Let's give it up
Doing
one
that
time
good
as
Doing
a
good, man?
let's give it up one time as a quick happy birthday for our boy Chloe Rogers.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here, man. Every day's a blessing. We're doing good. Lakers in 4.
Hopefully today's a blessing after this because that boy Trill
know,
Bill is
Facts.
trying to treat you to a birthday gift of
Packs.
yeah.
About to get Zion, LaMelo, Ant, all that, Poku.
About to get Jesus in this pack, bro.
Let's get these topics going, man.
OG Jesus card.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
rookie card.
You don't know
Jesus?
what the sandals
With the
were?
auto patch.
With the
That shit go
With
for
the
like
auto patch.
that shit go for about 13
I
mil.
heard they got the national
13 what?
treasure.
13 mil.
They got the national treasure patch with a piece of the wood from the cross and everything, man.
Facts.
yeah, you guys gotta stop. You guys have to stop. It's Sunday. Just chill.
Yeah, but we here to talk that good shit, ready to jump back into it.
All right. So, with that being said, let's jump on into it. We're going to start it off with facts or crack. So, first, facts or crack. Kyle Pitts does not fall outside of the top 5. Fact, crack.
The more I think about it, if you're NFL GM and you let that talent pass you by, granted, if you're a team that needs a quarterback, I understand that. Like those top 3 picks, I think that's kind of locked. I don't think he gets anywhere inside there. But the Falcons, I don't think you need a quarterback right now. Matt Ryan is not dying or anything. He's still Matt Ryan.
What is he, like 35? That's still good for a quarterback.
Exactly. Especially with the shit
That's like
they
5-6 more years.
So yeah, Kyle Pitts either to the Falcons or shit. He probably might not go 5. I mean, if he doesn't go right there, but the Dolphins have to take him at 6.
Yeah, if he doesn't go
Like what?
I have facts like he stays in the top 5 because of the Falcons. That just takes so much pressure off Calvin and Julio. But he's not. But Cincinnati needs to help Joe Burrow because if not, Andrew Luck's going to happen 2.0 and he's going to retire and he's going to go back to Ohio. But 6, if you don't take Chase, Pitts is a perfect bro. You could look at him over Chase every single day.
Bro, he's 6'6".
I'm taking him in fantasy next year. That's just it's not even a sleeper. It's like, bro, he's going to be ranked so high.
He's a
generational talent.
It's a fucking
Florida
problem.
Gators. Go Gators.
But yeah, I got facts on. Well, yeah, facts. He's not dropping outside the top 5.
All right. Let's keep it going about the draft. Facts or crack. More than 5 receivers will be drafted in the first round.
All right. So off the top, Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle. Those are 3 first-round receivers.
In this mock that was done 2 days ago, it has 5 going. It has those 3, and
I personally think Rashad Bateman is a first-round receiver.
It has him, and
it can be between Elijah Moore, Terrace Marshall, or maybe even Rondale Moore.
No, they have the Florida boy Kadarius Toney going to Washington at 19, and they got your guys taking Bateman. How you know about that?
I would love getting Rashad Bateman, like 6'2", 200 plus pounds, ran a 4.37. Even though I think Minnesota played like 4 or 5 games this year, the Big Ten had that real condensed schedule. But yeah, he's a fucking problem. Like he's been a problem since freshman year. I think he's it. Like he's
6'2", 200 pounds.
He could easily have been in that class of the top 3 receivers. It's just he doesn't get that love. That's all.
When you don't go to the SEC, putting up fucking historic numbers if it was in the NFL, but for college they're like, oh, that's what they're made for. That's where they go to schools.
Exactly. That shit makes no sense to me.
Remember, those guys from smaller schools always pan out.
9 times out of 10 without the injuries.
There's sleepers out there.
Hell yeah. Especially this draft. That's why it's like, okay, 5 receivers can go in the first round, but at the same time, this has also been said to be one of the deepest receiver drafts as well. So hell, we could see maybe not 5 go, but then fuck around see 10 go in the second round. Just because there's so many in this draft. Like so many.
All right. So keeping it going again about the draft. No defensive backs are drafted in the top 10. Facts or crack? Let's start off with Chloe.
That's a fact. Strictly offense. Like you could look anywhere. Parsons is probably gonna dip. I don't know why he's dipping. I know Trill can answer that because he was like literally, I think, top 5 before even the college season started. But other than that, you got what 3 quarterbacks, maybe 4 quarterbacks if someone trades up for Trey Lance. Then you got Justin Fields, Lawrence. Then you got I always forget his name, the boy from BYU, Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Mac Jones. Then you got the tackle from Oregon. Then you got the receivers. Then you got Pitts. So I don't see a cornerback or a linebacker or anybody on the defensive side going, unless the Cowboys take on defense. If they take on offense, I really don't know what they're doing because they take so much offense and they put up 45 points, but then they give up 48 points. So they need a stopper anywhere on the other side of the football.
I personally think the only place a defender can go in this top 10 is either to, I mean, it's way too high for the Falcons to even take a defender at 4.
Yeah.
Because no one is like Chase Young, Joey Bosa in this draft, just to say that. So maybe Patrick Surtain at 10 to the Cowboys. But other than that, it's like you said, this is an offensive loaded top 10.
This mock draft that was done by NFL.com 2 days ago has the Lions trading. They traded back with the Broncos. The Broncos take Fields, and the Lions at 9 take Parsons, and then the Cowboys take Patrick Surtain the second.
Could you imagine Justin Fields and Jerry Jeudy?
I mean, this mock is fire. It has Justin Fields going to Denver, so obviously Drew Lock, he might be out of there, singing Jeezy somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then it has the Bears trading at number 8 to take Trey Lance. Maybe they're finally gonna hit it right. Maybe they're like, you know what? He kind of reminds me of the Texas Tech guy. That's what they say to them. They're like, I'm not gonna make that mistake again.
Not only that, bro. I look at it like Chicago. You got to make a change, bro. Andy Dalton.
Yeah, it's not.
Not your.
You did that as
franchise
just a
quarterback,
security
bro.
blanket. So you're like, we don't want to be bad, but I know we're not going to be good. So let's just salvage the season.
To me, that
extent.
The Bears are a team to look out for for the next week or so until draft night, until it's over.
It is next week, right?
It's Thursday, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's like I think that's a team that's still looking to move up just because these quarterbacks go all top 4.
Hmm?
Like, and no one would bat an eye or think twice about it. And it's like, damn, that means you're stuck like Chuck.
Bro, this shit really has Mac Jones going 3.
Bruh, that's
like,
the
what
shit.
Shanahan might make it work. Honestly, he's like, bro, we're gonna have like 6 running backs in the back. We're gonna do this, that, and the third. You just got just throw it to Kittle. Just throw it to Kittle, Debo, and then maybe to Brandon if you want for like 18 yards when you want to try to throw deep. But other than that, you're good. Just hand it off. Because it's like I don't see like why would you take Mac Jones over Justin Fields, over Trey Lance?
My thing is I don't get how you can praise, like legit praise Mac Jones for being an anticipatory quarterback, and it's like
3 first-round receivers you played with.
I'm like, you saw that shit. Just Tua didn't look like he did at Alabama. I'm sorry, he didn't in his rookie year. And let's face it, that's the best quarterback to come out of Alabama in the past 20 to 30 years.
When you play with that type of talent, come on, it's a big difference when you're playing with Judy, Waddle, Smith.
Your receivers got 7 yards of separation and shit, bro. I can make that.
The receivers are all going to be top 10, top 15 picks.
Let me ask
Pro Bowlers eventually in their futures.
Let me ask you guys this. So since we were talking about defensive backs, who do you guys think is the first defensive player taken off of the board?
It depends on the situation, what team is there. Parsons is like, bro, you really don't find linebackers like him that they're talking about so high like that. And then obviously Patrick Surtain, he got the genes. He's gonna be fired. So it's a toss up between.
And he's from Broward
County, rise up.
Broward County.
So it's just on the situation. Whoever goes there, someone might trade up for one of them. Also look out for Bill Belichick. He has to plot something. He's either gonna wait to see if someone falls, because I feel like if Justin Fields falls, he's gonna be like, fuck it, trade up and go get him.
He's like, you're just like Cam.
He has to, because it's like, what do you sign Cam? Also, I feel like they as a security blanket. So you gotta think for the future, because Cam's 30 years old, 30 plus years old. You gotta look for the future.
That shit crazy.
And it's Bill Belichick. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I got a defender going inside the top 10. I think that has to get done, just based off of pure need and like talent. Michael Parsons, even though he sat out this year, bruh, linebackers don't roll out of bed run 4.36s very often. That is some shit you cannot teach. You need him on your team. And like I said, it may be too high at the Falcons pick, but shit, trade back, take him at 7 or 8. One of them other teams will happily trade up and take a quarterback at that 4th pick so they can set up their franchise.
6'3", 245. The man's an animal.
Just to come real quick, Cam Newton is 31 years old.
They got Bill's doing something. He's gonna take a quarterback.
Like,
you never know. He might surprise people and take Kyle Trask. He's gonna take a quarterback. He has to.
I can't go out like
Unless
this.
you really are believing Cam's going to be your quarterback for like the next 5 years, and you're just going to take another weapon for him. It's just like, bro, what are you going to do? You saw what it did last year. Edelman's gone now too. So it's either you take a weapon or you take a quarterback, let Cam show him the ropes.
Honestly, I think it goes one of two ways because I don't think Bill Belichick got that much longer doing this shit, bro.
He tired.
Because it's like, bro, let's just face it. Like, you've got 6 already. I'm sorry. And it's like, bro, what more do you need?
Your first ballot Hall
And
of
you're
Famer.
saying you're about to start over with a rookie? Like, we're going to try this again? And let's just say it goes successful. Bro, that's another 20 years of your
Hey,
life
when you see someone who's
Just
basically like
gone.
your son go somewhere else and win the bowl, you're like, oh yeah, now I gotta win. I gotta one up it. Belichick gets a rookie, pans him out in like 3-4 years, wins a bowl.
I think
He's
the
gonna
better
retire
option
then.
for them, they're going to get Jimmy G, bro. They're going to get Jimmy G or Deshaun. I don't think Bill Belichick has the time to start over again the more I think about it, bro.
What are you gonna send for Deshaun?
I don't think anybody's gonna send anything for Deshaun right
And
now.
that's the fucking crazy part about it, bro.
Well, yeah, but I was gonna say, but if there
Belichick's
is
that type of
one
play-
coach, yeah, Belichick
Belichick
is
gonna
gonna
finesse
swoop
his way,
in.
and
He'll
he
be
gonna
like,
talk to Cam.
shit.
He's gonna be like,
he's
look,
gonna talk to
listen.
Watson.
He's gonna be like, listen here, Houston. I got 2 third rounders.
What you trying to do?
2, not 1. And by the way, this is a Patriot pick. 3rd round. All right, perfect.
And we weren't even good this year.
Perfect.
We need it.
Here's a coach
Patriots
ticket
get
for
Watson,
Deshaun.
and it's like, yeah, that's a division title right there.
They back on top, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's right back
Top
to
tier
the same
team,
shit
top
again.
tier
I'm
team
like,
in the AFC. You gonna start crying. You're gonna be like, bro, come on, bro. We were doing it so well.
exactly.
Let's move on over to basketball. Facts are cracked. The Nets' big 3 will play another game at full strength before the end of the season.
I got crack on that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they need to. They probably can at the end of the day, but I don't think they need to. They've got it like that to where, bruh, it's terrifying.
No, they're that good, all 3 of them by themselves together. It doesn't matter. They're all in their little. It's like their flaw, but their biggest strength is like, bro, they could just all go on the ISO together by themselves. But at the same time, what are the other 2 doing when that's happening? They're just standing still. Like that's gonna fuck with them in the playoffs. And then unless they just like Harden's the point guard, Kyrie cut, KD cut, but it's like they don't need KD. His hamstring. He's made out of paper at this point. What's the point of playing him? He's on a minute restriction today. Kyrie's just like, shit, okay, I'm just Allen Iverson. I'm just going to go crazy. And then James Harden, I don't even know what the fuck. His hamstring is just destroyed. And it's like, what's the point of even playing him? He's your most important player. Might as well sit out. You're still going to finish top 3 in the East.
But I kind of feel like we almost kind of saw this coming because it's like, bro, we sat back and was like, James Harden is sitting out here playing 40 minutes a night.
Mm-hmm.
For what reason?
For what, like the past 6 years?
For what reason, bro? Like, y'all about to
Since he got to Houston.
So let me plan a scenario in your head.
All
right,
right, sir.
LaMelo Ball's coming back.
Mm.
The Nets are still the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Are the Nets setting themselves up for a potential first round knockout?
Yeah, LaMelo's the GOAT. No, I fucking
LaMelo knocks
it's
them
gonna
out
make that
in the first round.
Oh yeah.
If he doesn't win Rookie of the Year and does that, I don't know.
Our LaMelo cards are going crazy. No, but it'll be entertaining as fuck. Like LaMelo could steal a game.
I mean, the
He's
Hornets
that
have they've had some games where they look
Miles
really
Bridges
nice.
is dunking on
he's gaining
somebody.
momentum. Gordon
Mhm.
Hayward's playing well, and he's gonna come back soon
Come
too.
back, Scary Terry's fire. PJ Washington, Kentucky.
Devontae Graham. That team, bro, I was watching it earlier. They was on Boston's head
Yeah, they
earlier.
beat Boston
today.
125-104 or something like
they
that.
was up by 20
And
in the
Boston's
second
been on a
quarter.
tear too. Boston's been
Yeah, they're
taking out
finally
some of the
picking
top
it up,
teams.
but it's just like they're just iffy, bro. They're so iffy.
I look at the East and it's like, I know what people see at the top, but I don't believe that shit, bro.
I feel you completely.
I don't.
It feels so like wide open, even though the top, like you see Milwaukee and then you see Philly and you see Brooklyn.
Well, I think what's going to be crazy is this, right? If Philly ends up taking the number 1 seed, the Nets fall to 2, the Heat are at 7. So whether they're at 1 or 2, they may be really primed to lose a 7-game series against one of these 2 teams potentially.
I think ultimately the best matchups for each team, just looking at 1 through 8, because I'm forget the playing games. I'm just going off of what I would think would happen in those playing games.
That Knicks-Hawks series would be nice.
Where the Knicks go to advance to the second round. You guys can't see me for a week.
You know what's
I'm
crazy?
Gonna be crying.
It's
I'm gonna be talking, just crying.
That's not gonna be a Knicks-Hawks series.
It's not. The Hawks are gonna slip. Trae Young has a sprained
Exactly.
ankle. He's supposed to miss 2 games, but
The
I doubt it.
Celtics and a Knicks first round series in 2021. Can you imagine
Knicks tape.
saying that?
Knicks tape.
Could you imagine saying that a year ago? We were going to have a first round matchup where the Knicks are going to be the home team.
No one in Boston could see Julius
against the
Boston Celtics,
who were
bro,
just in
what?
the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Weren't they?
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. So it's like, okay,
The
I have a
playoffs are going to be
I have a
fire.
question for the play-in, like Miami and Washington. Let's say hypothetically, like Miami loses, does Washington become the 7th seed, or since they're the lowest seed, they're the 8th seed?
I
they
feel
would-
like that would probably be based on whoever wins the other game, and then what is the record of both.
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm
those
saying. Like
teams.
whoever's the lowest seed becomes the 8th seed. Like
I
that's-
feel like that would probably be the case.
okay, yeah, just a question.
Although it could be like Mortal Kombat, where if like they kill you,
That
they
movie's
take
fire.
your scar, and like your power. So it's kind of like the same thing. So like maybe like the Wizards would move into like the 7th seed.
Wow,
crazy, right?
Insane.
All right, let's keep this ball rolling. Honestly, the playoffs are looking crazy, and there could be the potential, right? We're close saying what happens if the Knicks move into the second round, and if the Nets end up going to the second round, hypothetically speaking, once again, is there a battle for New York ahead of us?
That shit would be amazing.
That would be
amazing for TV.
Series.
Like that's
if
fucking
people think, oh, that's a
amazing.
blowout. Nah, it's gonna be competitive. That whole series is gonna be competitive.
Obviously, I'm only asking one of you this: who wins?
Oh, thanks. The Knicks. Knicks in 4.
I'm not
Not in
asking
five.
you. I know
I'm
what
like,
you're
he's
gonna
not
say.
asking you.
You were no, and I'm gonna put you on list. You were just outside saying Julius Randle's better than Giannis.
Julius Randle, MVP. Knicks tape.
Most improved player.
Knicks tape, rise up.
He should be up for MVP though. In all honesty,
He really should. I troll, but yeah,
catch
for
a
sure,
vote.
yeah. Because Grant has a quadricep surgery. He misses every other
He
game.
needs at least one vote.
Julius Randle 9-game win streak. He's the heart of the New York Knicks. Besides RJ Barrett, he's gonna get that award easily, clean cut. They might give a vote to
You
like
know
Grant
what?
and shit like that, but he's gonna win that award.
The Knicks fuck around. They only 4 games back. Knicks fuck around, get that 3 seed. I don't. In a year like this,
Anything's possible.
She's exactly.
You can't even
Anything's
speak.
possible, and I would expect him to at least win the MVP or be second or third right behind Jokic.
The Knicks finish as the 3 seed. Julius Randle has to at least be top 3 MVP voting. It's gonna be all 3 big men: Jokic, Embiid, and Julius.
Yeah, well, I think Jokic is kind of falling fast because the Nuggets fell from the 2nd to the 4th seed. And when you look at the Western Conference matchups right now, that's actually also looking pretty crazy, especially when you look at the play-in, because 7 through 10 is the Trailblazers, the Grizzlies, the Spurs, the Warriors. How you guys feeling about the Western Conference?
I still like Denver to.
Well, just looking at that 7 through 10, if the Trailblazers are healthy, they'll come out of that bitch. And who's my 10th seed again?
Golden State.
The Warriors, which Steph Curry, by the way, we got to talk about that too.
Golden State's gonna Steph gonna own Dame.
Didn't
in the
Steph
playoffs.
Curry drop like 73s in the last week?
Damn. So wait. Correct me if I'm wrong. That means we would have a first round play-in game of the Trailblazers versus the Warriors.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So Dame versus Steph.
Steph gonna pull it off again.
They would each just shoot for 50 that night.
Yeah, they're gonna average like.
They would just tell the
35
coach
series.
like, if we lose, we got to go out losing this way.
For sure.
Like Steph gonna
like
have
that,
one
bro.
game where he drops 23s.
Straight like that, bro. Because
He's
it's
gonna
like
drop
I can't go
23s.
out. I can't go out like this, bro. Not when I'm healthy. I know Draymond trash, but shit, help me.
Why do I have I just have a feeling that if it's Dallas against the Clippers again this year, that boy Luka.
Yeah. I don't think Luka.
Imagine he makes bro. That's what's gonna make Kawhi go. If in the first round he sees
He's not
Luka
gonna give him a chance.
and Luka send them boys
Luka's
home.
just gonna look at KP and be like, "Don't fucking get kicked out the game this time, bro."
I got that. I forgot they were like, "Yo,
just don't get kicked out the game, and we'll run these niggas off the court."
Yeah, no, I don't think bro, Luka's.
Who gonna check you, Zubac? Who checking me?
I don't think anybody could check Luka.
Exactly. He be looking at Pete. He looks at the best wing defenders and be like, "This barbecue chicken. This what y'all call it in America."
Paul George wasn't the same after that series for sure. Like the last time they met, like that's when the shit started breaking.
He said
apart.
I was depressed.
You got the. I'm sure after Luka hit that buzzer beater, that's when he really felt.
Bruh, he went to his room and he was like, "Bruh, he was on the."
But that whole bubble was
logo.
fried. I remember I had a parlay to win like $300, and Devin Booker hits a buzzer beater over Paul George and Kawhi, just to fry it. And I wasn't even mad. I was just like, wow, that was crazy. And then the one we saw here, I had a parlay.
Yeah,
and Luka
in the
just
middle of
fried
the
it. I'm
show.
just like, wow.
Nah, to me, still the craziest thing in the bubble was Dame, because Dame took a shot from like 40. It hit the back of the rim, went to heaven, came straight back down. I was like, yeah, they
I remember
cheating.
that. I remember
They
that.
cheating
I
right
was like,
now.
yeah,
He's not that
that's
good.
there was no way that happened.
He's not that
That's some
good.
Globetrotter shit. I remember that perfectly.
Well, before we sign off, because we had a bit of a shorter episode, any predictions heading into the draft on Thursday? Anything about the playoffs coming up? Anything like that we want to touch up on?
There's gonna be another trade to inside the top 10, and I'm gonna call it. It's Bill Belichick. He has to get a quarterback because
How would you feel if he trades for one and gets Trevor Lawrence?
There's no way. Like, there's no fucking way. Like,
It's Bill Belichick.
It has to be in another timeline, another universe. But yeah, unless it gets to a certain number that there's no quarterbacks going to be taken, he might sit. But you got to look out for Denver. You got to look out for shit, even Detroit, because Jared Goff is obviously not the answer. They just needed to make Matthew Stafford happy. But yeah, I got the Patriots trading up for sure.
For me, I look at it like this: the team that's got to trade up is the Bears.
Mhm.
Like, bruh, you can't
Facts.
tell me that Andy Dalton is your quarterback, bruh. I'm sorry. Like, there's a reason why the Bengals said I'm straight. There's a reason why the Cowboys said, okay, it's a man with a broken leg who we haven't seen play in a while. Fuck Andy Dalton. So it's like, bruh, there's a reason why all of this stuff is being said. Like, they've got to get a quarterback. They have to trade up. It's just that simple. And with Baltimore, shit, we got picks. We got 2 first-round picks now. I say we get a tackle and receiver in the
You guys
first round.
have to, like, for the love of God, and get a good one, bro. You're
I
gonna
want Rashad Bateman.
Nah, you're gonna take Rondale Moore.
No, who I
That's what
don't
you're gonna
want, the bust of this receiver class, and I'll say it right now and confidently, I don't want Terrace Marshall, bro. I do not want that
From
man
LSU?
at all. I don't. Not fucking all.
Why not?
That if he was like Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, he would have had similar numbers, even though he played less games this year.
Mhm.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me, the fact that he had 2 freshman none of that shit matters. If you the number 1 receiver, like you were in that offense, you should have had better numbers,
You
bro.
gotta do numbers, yeah.
So I'm straight. I'll take Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore, Rondale Moore, Jalen Darden, look him up. I'll take a lot of people before Terrace Marshall, bro. That's bust written all over him. Same way I feel about Zach Wilson.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, for sure. Him, like, that's gonna be crazy. The Jets are gonna fuck up again. But yeah, that covers it. As always, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, MBF_Clo, MBF_Trill, MBF_podcast, at Only a Mono, at the at Unwrap Sports, on YouTube, MBF_podcast, and Nothing But Facts all together on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor.
Y'all go follow at Broward County Breakers right
Breakers,
now.
we
We about to go open them prisms right now, boy. We out.
Apocalypse.